year ago, KPBS brought you a special series called Border Battle about the war between two factions of Tijuana's Arellano Felix drug cartel to control key drug smuggling routes to the U.S. That fight has calmed down, but the cartel has a new enemy, Tijuana's police. KPBS's Amy Isaacson and TijuanaPress.com's Vicente Calderon continue the Border Battle series with this profile of Tijuana's police chief and his crusade that's turned police officers into drug cartel targets. But a warning first that some of the footage in this story is graphic and may not be suitable for children.
Drug traffickers have cracked the Tijuana police radio. Criminals and police insult each other for more than 20 minutes. It's all dirty names and bravado. This time, narcos celebrate the murders of 3 policemen.
The criminals threaten to kill more in the next 3 days. Drug cartel hitmen have assassinated 23 officers in the last 5 months. The attacks are random. Gunmen mow down police when they see an opportunity.
They killed 7 officers last April in 45 minutes. Outside Tijuana's police headquarters, wives, sisters, and daughters collapsed on the coffins. The daughter of one of the officers read a poem she wrote.
Daddy, I still want you with me and don't know what I'll do without you. Don't leave me. Daddy, I love you and I need you.
Tijuana's police chief, Julián Leizaola, spoke at a more recent funeral for 3 officers.
Que en esta ciudad, ser policía es una religión.
Leizaola said being a policeman in this town is a religion.
Even though drug cartels go after officers, Leizaola is their real target. They made that clear in July when they went on yet another coordinated killing spree. They left a note on the squad car of one of the policemen they ambushed. We'll kill 5 officers a week until Leizaola resigns.
Leizaola took charge of the Tijuana police 2 years ago. He's an ex-military man in his late 40s. Statuettes of a knight, an Aztec warrior, and Don Quixote decorate his office.
Más bien me siento loco.
It's more like I'm crazy, not so much like Don Quixote, because I do think this can change.
When Leizaola took over, he launched a crusade against corruption. He began visiting Tijuana's precincts to give motivational speeches. He also hit the streets.
I got into shootouts with the criminals, to show officers these people aren't invulnerable. They're scared to die, just like us.
A month into Leizaola's term, he killed a suspect during a chase with drug cartel members who'd stolen an armored bank car. The men turned out to be a policeman moonlighting for the mob. Under Mexican law, it's not even Leizaola's job to fight drug trafficking. That's federal jurisdiction.
But the chief says organized crime is so entrenched in all criminal activity in Tijuana, it's inevitable that local police come up against it when they fight crime. And by fighting corruption within his force, Leizaola claims he's gotten rid of most of the cartel's eyes and ears.
The cartels have tried to bribe Leizaola. They tried to assassinate him 4 times, but he's not bending. He says that will violate everything the Mexican army taught him.
¿Y me enseñaron también?
They indoctrinated me. They convinced me that I have to do the right thing, that if I do something wrong, I will hurt my country. I still believe that.
Tijuana's Mayor Jorge Ramos backs Leizaola, even though officers complain the chief is the reason cartels are hunting them.
Well, what we should do then? Say sorry and back up? No. 1 life is too much to pay. I agree with the police officer. But we have a commitment to do a job to clean our corporation. And if that's the price that we have to pay, that is a very high price, we have to do it. We have to do that because otherwise I have to give the keys of the police corporation to the organized crime, what they used to have.
More than 24 police officers charged Leizaola tortured them. Tijuana authorities say crime, including homicides and kidnappings, is down.
But Leizaola still sleeps at the army base and moves in an armored car with 12 bodyguards.
Drug cartel threats continue to crackle across his radio.
You're gonna see, like that guy in the van with his brains all over. That's how you'll end up. Let's see if Leisaola can put you back together.
Vicente Calderon, TijuanaPress.com.
Amy Isaacson, KPBS News.
So joining me now for more on the battle over drug trafficking south of the border is Amy Isaacson, KPBS border reporter, and Vicente Calderon, editor for TijuanaPress.com, our partner in the border battle series, and we welcome both of you.
Thank you.
Let's look at that report that came out that from Tijuana authorities that homicides and kidnappings are down from the high numbers we saw last year. How accurate is that, Amy?
I would say it's pretty accurate. We don't really have much of a reason to question it. They say that it's down from about 800, more than 830 last year, homicides for all of last year, to about 500 and some this year. The thing is, the number of bodies is only instructive to a point, I think. And the quality of the violence is different in Tijuana now. It's not a daily drumbeat of a decapitated body left here, 5 decapitated bodies left somewhere else. It's a little bit different. It's calmer as they're going after policemen. Those that's shifted to police, those are the agents, are the real targets. And I think, though, the drug traffickers still can act with a sense of impunity, and we saw that starting again last week, that they, what we think is in retaliation for some arrests of some pretty big cartel people, they started going out and shooting and kidnapping again.
Well, certainly, Vicente, we saw that Chief Leisaola played a very big part in what's happening and the changes that are going on. At least that's the impression we get. How much of this really can be attributed to what he's doing?
It's difficult to find out how much, because it's not even his responsibility to be fighting drug trafficking, but the drug traffickers are so entrenched in all the activities that they are facing these guys. But I think the proof that he's doing his job, we see it on the attacks on them, on the attacks that they are doing, not for particular officers, but just because these guys are wearing the uniform. So they are not pleased because Leisaola has taken at least some of the base these drug gangs used to have within the organization, within the police force. And since then, they cannot operate with the same amount of impunity. There's still a long way to go, but the level of impunity has decreased.
Well, just to pursue that a little bit more, police corruption is still a serious problem in Tijuana, isn't it?
It is in general, but I don't see that they are working as much in favor or acting as operators of the organized crime syndicates as they used to have. They still have some bad apples. A couple of weeks ago, we saw that they arrested another 3 officers that they allege have ties to organized crime, and they're providing information to these guys. But the number of arrests, it's proving that at least some of the people helping them from the inside is not as much as they used to have.
But what does it take to change this culture of corruption?
Leisaola he's an ex-military man, 33 years in the military, and he has imposed, what he's trying to do is impose that military discipline on his Tijuana police force. Zero tolerance for any kind of corruption, any kind of collusion with the drug cartels. He's made examples out of some officers. He's called them in, detained them, and sent them to the military base for questioning. He's giving officers incentives, cash bonuses if they have a lot of arrests and good arrests. He goes out with this kind of tough love to the precincts throughout Tijuana and really ministers to them and tells them, you got to live off your salary. You don't know how well you'll sleep knowing that you don't have ties to organized crime.
What kind of federal support is he getting?
It's more money from the federal government, the help from the military. The military has been taking a very important role. With the lead of Leisaola in the municipal force, they are joining efforts, and this is what producing more results. Many of the cases of people, important suspects, arrest are from the ranks of the municipal police working with the military. So the main help is coming through the military forces.
Okay, in a word, what's the next part of the story you're going to work on?
Well, we saw that a lot of people think that Leizaola is a hero, but there's a lot of people who is complaining that he has been abusing the human rights of the people and of their own officers. We're going to examine that part of the story in our next report.
Well, thank you very much, Vicente Calderon, Amy Isaacson.